Hey, what's up? This is DJ Thunderess. I'm here with Issa Brutal from the awesome band Self Disgrace. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. Could you give everyone a history of the band, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I started Self Disgrace back in 2007 when I met the previous singer, the first singer called Sangre de Lin. She was writing a book at the time about metal in the 80s, and as I played in a couple of 80s band back then, like Ice Age or Rock Goddess, I think they reformed recently anyway. I played in those two bands. She approached me because she wanted to write a little bit about those bands, about the scene, the 80s scene, and back then. And then she told me she was a singer, and at the time I was writing songs at home because I didn't have a band. And I asked her if she wanted to put some lyrics and some vocals on my songs. And then we got on so well that we decided to expand the recording project in live band, and that's and then we find a drummer, Kruger was called, and then bassist, and we recorded the first EP called Rotten Revenge, and then we started to play shows. We played quite a few festivals and gigs all around, mainly all around Italy. After a couple of years, we split up because different directions, and but then recently I reformed the band because I met Remo, the current drummer, and he is very good and is really into the kind of stuff that we play because, as you know, we play very old school thrash metal, thrash death metal, and many good drummers into that in Italy at the moment. So we got on so well, and then we were lucky to find a bassist, Overteo Businaro, and the young singer DL Green. So we've been with this current lineup. We've been together for a couple of years now, and we already recorded a debut album called Partner in Crime.
Cool.
And then we just released the new album Fetus in Fetu, which we are trying to promote at the moment.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes, we are not doing so well because in Italy we're going through a tough time with this coronavirus. So all the shows have been cancelled, and we had a release party booked and a few shows to promote the album, but we had to cancel because of that. And we hope that we will manage to carry on very soon.
I hope so, and I hope you all stay well.
Yes, I mean we're fine. It's not like it's not as bad as they are putting out on the media. I have to say that it's just a precaution.
Mm-hmm.
They are taking this precaution because they don't want the virus to spread.
Right.
Even more, but basically, is attacking mainly, the people with serious condition.
Right.
So it's like old people and people with very serious conditions, but the others are recovering well. Some people don't even realize that they have the virus. So
right.
It's just, that's about it. I mean, that's basically the story of the band.
It's very interesting, and I'm glad that we heard your music because now we have you here today. So thank you to your record label,
thanks
too.
for inviting me. I'm very excited to be on your program all the way to the States,
I know,
and
it's awesome.
we feel so close.
I know.
We are so far away, but we feel like we are, like you're next door,
Well, you are, right?
Yes. Well, we got music in common. That makes us very close.
So what got you
metal in common?
Yep, yeah. Exactly. What got you into metal and music and playing the guitar?
Pardon, I didn't hear you, sorry.
What got you into music and playing the guitar?
Well, I was very young. I started listening to heavy metal music when I was about 11, 12. I started Zeppelin, Deep Purple, because when I was a teenager, I grew up right in the 80s, because, and in the 80s is when metal, was born, and so I grew up with all the 80s metal bands like, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, all these bands. Then, when I was about 14, there was a schoolmate who played guitar, and I was really fascinated by that instrument. So I asked her. She gave me some guitar lessons, and so I started from that. Then I find other metalheads, like metalhead friends who were into playing a band, and we really started very young. We were all about 14, 15, and we were playing just a few chords, and that was the 80s basically.
Yep.
It was about getting together, play a few chords, and getting excited, headbanging, playing headbanging, and it was a different time. But then from that, I joined a band later on when I was 18, 19, who played thrash metal. And we recorded a demo tape in Italy. And at the time, there was a Swedish band, all-female thrash metal band called Ice Age in Sweden, who was looking for a guitarist, a female guitarist. So I sent them the demo tape with this band.
Cool.
Warhammer was called this band, and so they liked the demo tape. So they asked me to join them for an audition. So I left Italy. I moved to England because they were based in England. Mm-hmm. And then I played in that band for a while until they split up. It was a shame because it was a very good band, all-female thrash band, and I know they reformed recently, so I learned a lot from them because they were very good musicians, and then after them, I played in Original Scene. I was living in England. I stayed in England after Ice Age split up, so I played in another band called Original Scene, and then I played in Rogodes, and then I stopped playing guitar for a few years until I formed Self Disgrace.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. That's basically my story.
That's very cool. And you have quite a history that you just told us about. How was Self Disgrace different for you when you had played with the other bands? I mean, you formed this band, and how is this different for you?
Yeah, exactly. With the other bands, the other bands weren't my bands. Like Ice Age, they already existed, and I joined that band, and I was more like, I would say, a session player. Yeah. Because I had to learn the songs. I replaced the previous guitarist, so it all happened very, very fast. Because after I I joined the band. Quite straight away, we left for a tour. I had to learn the songs, and then we left for a tour in Europe. We played in Holland, in England, in Germany, and so I didn't really have the time to put my input, in the band, musically speaking, from a songwriting side of the band. With Self Disgrace, I formed this band. So I formed this band to play my music. It started as a recording project because I really like writing songs, and I like playing them in a band. So that's the difference.
That's
that
great.
In Self Disgrace, I'm the only guitarist, because it's not because I don't want a second guitar, but because nowadays I don't have as much time as I used to, I have to say, when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Because I have a day job, I have families, bills, and everything, so the time is limited. So it's easier to write music in a band if there's only one guitar. Even when I record the album, if you have two guitars, you have to work a lot together. You have to find the time to be very tight between the two, with the two guitar parts.
Right.
And, so it works fine anyway, even if we don't have a second guitar. The bassist is kind of feeling the sound quite well, is playing in a way that he feels the sound, and so you don't really feel that there's only one guitar.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched a little clip of you playing live. You can really play.
Yes.
You play excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And I know.
Well, that's because I am done. Yes?
You have a lot of experience, I can tell by the way you play.
Yeah, not as much, because for many years I stopped playing, I have to say. So I don't have as much experience as I should have at my age, because for many years I stopped playing. But I made some quality experience, I would say. I mean, in the years that I played back, like in the 80s, I worked with very good musicians, very professional musicians, experienced musicians back then. So I carry this kind of quality experience that makes me appear like I have more experience than I have. And I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes, I do, but I know you enjoy what you're doing. Maybe I meant to say it that way.
Yes, especially the passion is driving me, to play, to give my best.
Right.
The passion for this music.
Now, is it a struggle being a female guitarist? If, people's reactions, oh, she's a female, she's playing guitar, Have you had any of that through your experience?
Nowadays, not much, I have to say. Actually, now I'm quite proud because people consider me a guitarist, not a female guitarist. So in the past, it was hard for a male band to consider to have a female musician, because they would think of female musicians like inferior to them. They couldn't play as good as male musicians. Nowadays, no, I don't feel that much struggle anymore. I feel like any other male musician, so that's good. I really like that.
That makes you happy, right?
Yes, especially. I mean, I try to be at the level. I mean, I have to say that some female musicians are still not very professional nowadays anyway, because I've seen I had to do with female musicians who are not that professional. That's not because they're female, because there are male musicians who are the same. But some female try to use the fact that there are women to take advantage of situations, which I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
but it still happens. It happens, and but I don't. I try to commit myself like any other guy would do. If I have to do something, I do it. I don't try to find short ways to get what I want because I'm a female. So that's it. That's why probably they treat me like any other musician.
That's cool.
And that's why probably I get the respect.
Yeah. Now, who came up with the name for the band Self Disgrace, and what's the meaning?
Pardon?
The name of the band.
I couldn't hear you for a minute.
The name of the band, Self Disgrace. Where did you get that name from?
He hasn't got a reason why we call the name that way. It was just a name like another.
Okay.
No, he hasn't got any. Yes, it's just something we like the sound, and it's something. Yeah, that's Sangre de Linea. I liked it, and that's it.
There
we
you
came
go.
up with it.
That's cool. All right, we're going to check out one of your tracks here off of the new album. Here's Deliverance. Crank it up. Right, that was Deliverance. Actually, I believe it's the first track that I heard, and it's really catchy, and I love the vocals. She has great voice.
Yes, she has. She has improved a lot as well, because it's her first experience in this kind of music. Mm-hmm. She hasn't sang in a thrash metal band before, so she has learned quite well during these 2 years. She's the youngest in the band, so it was a good experience for her, and she's grown up a lot,
Yes,
as a singer.
She's very good, and I also saw that she has an opera experience too.
Yes. I think it can be a bonus in a band because of the technical side of, like you learn how to breathe while you're singing, all the stuff. Even in Deliverance, you can hear some opera vocals,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the singer in Ice Age, she had an opera, background too. So it's quite common, in some good singers to have this kind of background.
That's
and
cool.
She had a great voice too. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the new album, Fetus in Fetu. What is the meaning of the Fetus in Fetu?
Exactly. That's the concept of the album. Fetus in Fetu represents like an embryo that is growing another embryo, and the only way, the only remedy is to practice an abortion on the newborn baby, because this embryo growing inside the embryo doesn't let the newborn baby to live. Mm-hmm. It's a rare condition, and in this album we are talking. We're going back to the theme of violence that we already covered in Partner in Crime, and here in Fetus in Fetu we're trying to focus more on the consequences of violence, like here this fetus that is kind of sneaking inside the other fetus is having violence on the new baby, creating the consequence that we have to practice an abortion, mm-hmm. which is even an act of more violence. And we talk about abortion even in another track of the song, in Never Born, mm-hmm. because here Never Born is a baby that is never born, like yep. in the side. So because again, a woman that is pregnant because she's being raped. Very often she has an abortion because she rejects the baby that that's growing inside of her. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about that. And so the violence that she has suffered from the rape has caused another act of violence, which is the abortion. And then again, we talk about abortion even in another song called In Chains. Mm-hmm. We talk about some countries where abortion is still illegal. In some parts of the earth, there's still, abortion is still illegal. So the women who want to have the right to practice an abortion, they can't, and if they do, they go to prison.
Right.
That's the title, In Chains. Cool. They are in chains.
I'm saying cool as in it's a cool song.
So, well, the thing is, it's a strong concept, and it is covered the hardcover is quite strong too, but at the first impression you would think it's a brutal hardcover, you know, more gore rather than you know, the thrash metal. But I mean, we commissioned that artwork because it represented the concept, as I said, of the album.
Right.
That's why it's not just for the sake of it that we had this strong artwork, you know, the fetus in fetu. It has a meaning.
And who did?
We want to represent it.
Yeah. Who did your artwork?
It was an Indonesian illustrator. It's a very good one. It's Agus Zoa, and he did the hardcover of our debut album too, Partner in Crime. So we really liked what he did for our first album. So we decided to have him again as our illustrator for this album.
All right. Well, you did mention the song In Chains, so why don't we crank that up right now? Here's In Chains.
Yeah.
That was In Chains. I know you all heard Isa talking about that. Could you tell everyone about that track again, please?
Okay. as I said, In Chains is one of the, I think, fastest songs in the album, quite thrashy and aggressive. And in this song, as I said, we talk about, abortion, the illegality of abortion in some countries. Like in some countries, women don't have the right to have an abortion if they wish, but they have to go illegally, and sometimes they are put in prison for that. So they are in pain because they're free to do what they want, to have the right to have an abortion if they wish.
Yep. Now, would you be coming up with any videos for your new album, or no?
Well, yes, we hope so. We are thinking about that as soon as we find the time, and as I said, we start going again after this virus outbreak. We start working again on the music, on the live side, and we will probably make a video, an official video, music video for, we're not sure, maybe Neverborn or maybe Deliverance. We haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But we will.
Now, I know you did a lot of touring in 2019 and played out live a lot. Where did you go in 2019 to play out?
Well, we played a lot in Italy because it's easiest for us. And we played in Milan, quite a few shows. We played a festival, Blood in Gerenzano, with Necrodeath, another Italian band, thrash metal band. Then we played in Treviso, in Florence, we played in Genoa, yes, mainly in the north of Italy, but we are planning to go to Germany very soon.
Hopefully.
So we want to go out of Italy when they let us do that.
Right. Well, that's why
at the moment.
That's why I figured I'd talk about your older shows, because you said everything for 2020 was canceled so far, so I didn't want to have you speak about upcoming shows if you have this going on there.
No. I mean, at the moment we can't plan anything, but we will soon.
Well,
hopefully.
You should do what they did in the old days. Just go and play outside on the street and just have a concert for everybody.
Yeah, no, but they don't let you. They stop you.
It would be nice, though.
Yeah, no. I would play anywhere. I don't care.
Yep. When you're playing live on stage, what's it like to be Self Disgrace?
Well, we got lots of energy. We got good feeling. We feel like we're playing very tight, and we play like all very close to each other, like a very close band with lots of energy. We are on the same line, and we hope that we can pass that kind of feeling to the people who come and watch us. We try to give that impression, like we are really into what we are playing, and that's why for us it's very important when we play what we like. We don't go with what's more trendy at the moment, because thrash metal and death metal are not the type of music most followed in Italy, I have to say, even in the metal scene. But that's what we like playing, and that's what we feel, and that's what we want to pass when we play on stage.
That's awesome. All right.
We really enjoy what we're doing.
Yep. All right, we're going to check out your last track here. Here's Cruel Tribulation. Crank it up.
Yes.
Blood carries its wounds
That was Cruel Tribulation. Can you tell us about that track, please?
This song is more laid back, you know. It's more like a typical Metallica song. It's more into that, and like the new Metallica. It's got lots of melody into it. It's got like a solo part into the song with a blues solos. We tried to do something different there. It's still quite aggressive, but we slowed down a little bit with Cruel Tribulation.
Yep.
And yes, I mean it's the last song on the album, and but I mean I really like that song. It's very good. It's not as aggressive as the other ones, probably. It's more melodic, but it's quite catchy and strong and heavy.
Oh, that's cool. Are you guys in, being that you're having time off right now because of everything that's going on, are you writing new music or just practicing, or what are you guys up to right now?
At the moment, even the rehearsal rooms are shut.
Oh, boy.
So no, but we should start rehearsing soon. Maybe 1 week or 2 weeks they should open again. So we start. So at the moment we are not doing much, but then we have the time to have interviews.
There you go, and sell your merchandise.
We have plenty of time to write new songs, practice the instruments at home, and so writing new songs. So we are doing other things. Maybe when we are busier we can do it, and.
That's a good
We try to do the best of this time too.
All right. Now, where can your merchandise be purchased so everyone can, grab a new CD and any of your merchandise?
The 7th of March is the release dates of our new album, Fetus in Feto. You can purchase the CD together with the debut album, Partner in Crime. You can contact us directly on Facebook, or you can purchase it on Bandcamp. Just look for Self Disgrace. Or in the States, we have our local distributor. If you are in the States, you better buy it from Malevolence Records, our label, because then you'll have the CD in a very short time. Instead, if we have to send it from Italy, it would take quite a while. So you can buy the CDs from Malevolence Records, both of the CDs, Partner in Crime and Fetus in Fetu. So just look for Malevolence Records. You can find them on Facebook, on Bandcamp, or on CD Babies, wherever. On the digital platform, you can download the albums on the digital platforms. Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Well, thank you very much. Is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to out there? Anybody at all?
Well, I'm alone at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Well, can you anybody, fans, parents? Uncles,
okay.
neighbors?
Sorry, I didn't hear you well what you asked me. Sorry,
okay.
I misunderstood. Okay. Yes. I mean, just get in touch with us for anything. We're very excited. We are very happy to hear from you from all over the place, in the States or wherever you are. Just for anything, get in touch with us, talk to us, post anything on our page, on Facebook, Instagram. we are very available to our fans or whoever likes our music.
Awesome.
So, yes.
All right. Well, can you do a shout out for the radio station, please?
This is a brutal guitarist in Self Disgrace. Tune in to the Thunderhead Show and MetalDevastationRadio.com, where metal brings supreme.
Awesome. Thank you so much.